Am I the jerk for announcing my pregnancy after my SIL announced her miscarriage? OG post. I'm pregnant with my first child. My SIL, my husband's sister, has one girl 3 years old and she's suffered one miscarriage. 2 months ago, she announced she's pregnant again and her pregnancy was going well. I found out I'm pregnant 1 month ago and my husband and I decided to host a dinner to announce the surprise of our own pregnancy as well. We hosted a dinner for my family and his. During dinner, my SIL announced that she had miscarried again and she was devastated. We consoled her and tried to encourage her to feel better. At that point I felt so bad and I had doubts about announcing my pregnancy, but because the dinner was out of nowhere, both my parents and my in-laws expected to hear of some kind of announcement about something. After some time passed and the consolation of my SIL was over and we moved on to other topics, my husband and I decided we should announce it since that's why we host the dinner in the first place. We announced we are expecting and we could tell my in-laws, and my SIL with her husband were not that happy about it. My parents were delighted since it's going to be their first grandchild. My parents-in-law offered a cold congratulations, but they didn't do or say anything more than that and just skipped it altogether. I understood why they did that and I knew the risk that this would happen when my husband and I decided to announce it. But my SIL and her husband made comments about how it's insensitive that we couldn't even wait and we rub it in their face after what they've been through. My husband and I tried to defend our stance, saying that this is why we hosted the dinner in the first place, in order to share the happy news. My SIL's husband said that as soon as SIL announced her miscarriage, then we should forget about the announcement and change the topic or make up something fake and insignificant to announce. And how we are very insensitive for what we did. Am I the jerk? Edit. They knew the dinner we hosted was in order for my husband and I to make an announcement about something. We told them when we invited them that we also have something to announce. They knew the purpose of the dinner, they just didn't know what the exact announcement would be. Edit. Adding another disclaimer after a Redditor suggested I do so. SIL and her husband are usually very private people. Whatever they've announced about their life engagement, her first pregnancy, her second pregnancy which turned into her first miscarriage and her recent pregnancy were all shared privately through FaceTime or phone calls. They were never the kind of people who'd announce something either good or bad during a family gathering. When my husband and I got engaged and hosted a surprise party to announce our engagement, my SIL made comments about how she could never announce something like that publicly because she hates the attention being on her because she's an extremely private person. So her making that announcement publicly even in front of my parents who are basically strangers to her was completely a first because she's never done anything like this before. Update. I know it's probably too soon for an update, but this is a minor but maybe important one. My in-laws knew of the miscarriage and they hid it after SIL requested nobody finds out until she sees fit. That's fine, I respect that. But some of you were partly right on your guesses. In-laws had suspected my announcement would be a pregnancy and they advised SIL to break the news of her miscarriage in order to stop me sharing my news now. SIL would share her own sad news eventually, but it wasn't originally planned for the dinner party. She was advised to do so by my MIL. My FIL told this to my husband a while ago when they spoke on the phone, and because my FIL hates being involved in drama, he basically said take this info and do as you wish with it, just leave me out of this from this point on, because I want to be okay with all my kids.